So at what point do you sort of have the ambition? You're learning about all these games on the publishing side at Microsoft. At what point do you start to think to have ambitions of being a studio head? Does that, or was it something that you sought out, or did it seek you out?
It was so over the course of we all use titles differently because we kind of had. I used to manage a portfolio of publishing games, so did Phil at the time, and then as I think at that time Phil took over our Europe stuff, and then Shane, there was an opportunity to sort of organize differently. I was running all of publishing, I was running production for all internal and external, so just managing a huge portfolio, which for me was interesting but not very creative. And when it really just came up when Bungie wanted to spin out, that it was the question of what next to do with Halo. And I mean, Halo has a really special place in my heart, and so I pitched for what I wanted, and I got the keys to the franchise. And
that's simple.
It wasn't quite that simple. When we spun Bungie out, the future of Halo was uncertain. We weren't actually sure, was Halo 3 going to be the last game? Because, Master Chief specifically is sort of left in, is he dead? Is he alive? And it could be very much the last game. And Bungie was going to work on 2 other games, which then we published, 343 published, which was Reach and ODST. But then past that, there were thoughts of doing 1 or 2 other games, actually even doing it externally, just finding another partner to do that. And I went to Shane and I put this proposal together that I pretty much thought that was blasphemy, to do that. And I felt like Halo 1, 2, and 3 took place fictionally over 3 months. And I believed it was just the beginning. I believed that the universe was this canvas that I think is so rare in the entertainment world. And I put this pitch together on what I wanted to do, and that I wanted to build an internal team, which was not part of the plan at that time. And for whatever reason, Shane said a couple of things. You do not want Halo. Why would anyone want Halo? Because do you understand the tax it puts on you? Everyone wants a piece of Halo.
Right.
Our company wants a piece of Halo. They want you to do things that maybe aren't right for the game. You're stupid, to do that. But then I was like, no, I really am passionate about this. And he gave me the keys. And I'm not sure the circumstances that would have happened in any other place. It was kind of a timing place, but I feel so grateful.
So what did he think should happen to it then?
I don't think there was a lot of thought, because I think of it as looking at it more from a business.
Yeah.
And that was time Robbie, Bach, and Shane were like, hey, Halo's great. Bungie doesn't want to do it anymore. They weren't. It wasn't as. I want to be careful. Robbie and Shane are not people that are thinking just for the money, but they were just basically hey, I think it's it's maybe good for another game or 2, and let's just cut our losses and tell another story. And it doesn't. So I want to make sure when it's phrased, it wasn't. They were just thinking of it more from a, hey, Halo 3 maybe is the end, and if it is, then let's just tell a 4 story and wrap it up.
Interesting. So you mentioned there was a thought of before you sort of pitched 343 and taking it on internally, that maybe you get somebody else to come in and make a couple of games. What did it make it so far as were studio names talked about? Who would we want for this?
Yes.
So it's a fun historical nugget for Halo fans.
Yes, Gearbox was one of the people that were.
They'd done
listed.
the PC port of Combat Evolved.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Was there another 1 or 2 in there?
That was pretty much the one that they were going to look at having
interesting.
them do.
I wonder how that would have changed the course of their future, if we ever would have got Borderlands and all kinds of stuff.